Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, here's another repair video for y'all here on the crumbler. Gotta put some new bearings into it. And in fact, Manchester Farm Center actually just dropped my new bearings off. And so I'm gonna start out here on the left hand side. I got that basket. And let's see here. Yeah, that one. This one here, and one right down that way. I gotta put new bearings into it. Now some of these, like this one right here, it looks like that bearing's been replaced, but that one over there hasn't. And if you're gonna replace bearings, just when you drop the basket off, put both of them in instead of just doing one at a time. So kind of weird. Now the back row, it's good all the way across, no big deal. It's just here on the front. So alrighty, got my ratchet here. Gotta get these broke loose. I've actually never had one of these apart before, but the bearing itself has a square hole, and I can see like what looks like a spacer down through there. So I guess we'll find out what it's like. Try and get you set up here somewhere. There we go. Hey, there we go. Okay, I got that one loosened up. I go and jump down to the other end now. Well, looks like I may have to put a wrench on that one. I can't even get my ratchet onto it. There's no room between them baskets. Unless I could somehow kind of pry them open. Well, if I stick a pry bar in between the two baskets, I can't open them. I can't get them to come apart. There we go. That's a whole lot easier than using an end wrench. Put my cheater bar on. I wish I could use the impact. That'd be a whole lot easier. But that's not too bad. Gotta watch I get that bolt out there too far, then I can't get my ratchet back off. What I want to do though is take and loosen it up. Although there's quite a bit of play in that, so I got some room. Is loosen that up enough. I don't want the drop out though. I'm going to get the forklift with a pallet and come up underneath it with a pallet. That way it drops down onto it. But okay, let's get both bolts loosened up. I'm going to get the forklift. Okay, got my pallet. You can see it right over there. Put the forklift hold up here. Feels like that bolt's getting to the end, I think. I hope. Oh. Okay, I can see the bolt wanting to move, so that means, yeah, there we go. Alright, I got the bolt out of there. I've got the other end loosened up. there we go. Okay. It sits into a square hole. That's what keeps that insert from turning, so that makes sense. Get the bolt out here on the other end, and it should be ready to drop on the pallet. There we go. Alright, there we are. Get you picked up here and turned around. Okay, now there's what it looks like. And that bearing's loose too, you can see that. Oh yeah. That's just waiting to go out, literally, because it already is out. Now I'll lower the forklift and now let that basket drop out of there. Well, we'll get lowered down here. Alrighty, that works. Forklift makes it a whole lot easier. Well, now I'm not going to be able to back out of it. May have to go on the ground after all, but even still, using a pallet to catch it works pretty good. Alrighty, got it here on the pallet, so that's pretty simple. Not too bad at all. Okay, I'm going to get the old golf cart pulled in here with my tools on it. We'll get them spun out, get the new bearings thrown into it. And let's see here if we can get these 1/2 inch. That's just a carriage bolt. Comes out the other side. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that one's spun. There we are. And last one. Okay, there it is. Okay, it just has a square plug that drops in there. I gotta say, this is the first time I've ever had one of these pulled apart before. Yeah, there we go. Just pop that out. Square insert. Now we'll get the new bearing. And there's the new one. And that knocked a little bit of the dirt off it. There we go. Now ready to go back on. I get all of the bearings like this, disc bearings and that kind of thing. For the most part, about 90% of our stuff like that comes from Manchester Farm Center out of North Manchester, Indiana. They're a big aftermarket dealer, and they handle A&I, Q power belts, all that kind of stuff. But they generally always undercut the competition by sometimes at least half, if not more. Kind of like Shoop or one of those outfits would be. However, the nice thing with Manchester is they'll bring it right to me. So that makes it nice. However, they do ship stuff. that's got one done. We'll get it turned around here and do the other end. But yeah, like I say, Manchester, they ship things, and for everyone but one who has seen that 8-row corn head that I got, I bought that off a farmer over in northwestern Illinois back in 2019, and I told him about Manchester, and if I remember right, he actually ordered some stuff from them, and they shipped it right to him. So they do ship stuff. I can tell you one thing, these baskets are heavier than what they look. Being just open like that, you'd think they'd be pretty light. They're not. Well, that bearing fell out when I took the last thing off, so they're okay. There's the insert. Kind of works easier if you leave just one bolt in there. Get another bearing opened up here. In fact, I'll just, oh, I don't know if you can see that. I'll just give you, anybody needs anything from Manchester Farm Center, 260-982-8868. Yeah, now we can, you might be able to kind of see that number, kind of blurry though. But yeah, like I say, they've always been good to us. So works out nice. And like I say, here in northern Indiana, they got a delivery route that they run, and yeah, they just bring stuff right over to us. Done deal. Okay, put the square plug back into it. Now this is the only basket that I'm going to show you because the other three are identical. Same thing. But hey, at least you'll see how to do it. Which I've actually had several people tell me that my channel's one of the few that actually show working on anything. So I guess that's one plus in my favor. I'm not sure what everybody else does when they have to work on something. Call out the John Deere or Case service truck, for example, let them work on it. Pay them probably $300 an hour at least just to show up. All right, bearings in. Now, you do want, when you get ready to put these back on, put them on the same way you took them off. Because if you look at these teeth, they're actually directional. And so right now it'll be turning forward. On the front row of baskets, the teeth are leaning back. However, and that's because I actually got this thing turned around backwards. Because on the front row, the teeth are actually leaning forward. The back row, the teeth are leaning back like you see right now. And so I've got this thing spun around because I turned it, taking that bearing out. There we are, give it a 180. Now it's ready to go back on. And I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be easier, harder to go back on than it was to take off. Well, I figured it'd be kind of tricky getting these lined up. But being able to use that forklift makes it a whole lot easier. At least it can kind of hold it steady until you can get that square plug to drop back into the square cutout on the inside of this. Okay, well that kind of jumped around there a little bit. That might have lined up. I think it did. It looks like that plug fell into the hole. All right, that'll work right there. Now we gotta get on the other end. I can kind of see that insert down through there. May have to take and lower the forklift back down. I think I'm up a little too high now because it's above that bolt hole. Now we're not too far from it. In fact, I think it may have actually just dropped in. Maybe not. It's basically just a lot of wiggling and turning, trying to get that thing to line up. There, I saw the gap right between the frame and the bearing close up. It fell in, I think. If I can get them threads light, start. Yeah, there we go. And the same thing, you gotta put your pry bar in there and give you a little bit of room to work. And tighten it back up. Got my longer ratchet, take and pull it down good and tight, and that'll have it. All right, that's got that one. There we are. Now we'll jump to the other end. Same thing over here. Just tighten them up. You're good to go. That's got it. Well, let's give it a spin. Well, it's a little stiff, but that's typical of new bearings. I can tell you one thing, it feels a whole lot better than what it did. Okay, yeah, there you can kind of see, here's the back row. You can see how the teeth are leaning back this way. On the front, they're leaning this way, and so that's why you gotta make, they are directional, so you gotta make sure you get them going the right way. Otherwise, you'll get them turned around and they'll be running backwards. Well, guys, you saw one basket. That's how the other three are. And so, Like I say, I'm not going to show you doing the whole entire thing, because you see one, you've seen them all. So I'm going to call this an end the video. So take care. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time.